with your body like this. A nice, tall, straight up and down body, okay? And just do like 3 sets of 4 on each leg, because or else you're going to be walking like a cowboy or a cowgirl tomorrow, okay? The other exercise is a yoga pose called triangle. So some of you may have done it. The front leg, your toe points straight out in front of you. The back toe, have approximately 45-degree angle behind you. Then put your arms out to the side in a T and bend at your waist so your right, whatever hand, is pointing to that foot, comes down to that ankle. Now, this is a great pose, but what you want to do to get the most effect is revolve your arms, windmill them to do reverse triangle. And you can see my core has to do a twisting motion here. And I love this because, as you're going to see when we do the drills, how we move the core in the water is that tissue movement. It's like almost like a ribbon. Okay, so we don't want to take our skeletal frame and tip. We need a real strong core to balance on the axis line here as we open up. As we open up, the other one half of our body is opening up, while the other half is balancing on that axis line. So this really helps strengthen the whole midsection of your body. The last exercise is, it gets a point across of one of my favorite concepts in sport, and it's called the last 10%. I don't believe, as an athlete, you can get better and actually change on a physiological level unless you do the last 10% of something really well. And this includes, it can be a track workout. You're doing 10 times 400. At 10th 400, what are you going to do on number 10? You have to do the first 9 to get to number 10. And on number 10 is actually the moment you can really become better. And then it also can apply to just an exercise, finishing one little exercise correctly. So that's what this is. It's called worm, and you're going to bend down, sort of touch your toes. If you have to bend your knees, that's okay. All right? Walk your hands out to plank position. Do a push-up. Now you're still in the first 90%. You haven't gotten better here. But you have to do all this stuff. Now you walk your feet to your hands. Right when you get to about here, you're at the 90% moment. And what you do from this point on is what determines if you get better. You want to walk your feet between your hands. You do that, your lower core strengthens so much. Incredibly strengthens. But what a lot of people do is they get to this point, and instead of walking their feet forward, they walk their hands backwards. That does nothing for your lower core, okay? Or other people get to that point, and they just stand up. And they say, oh, I'm done. It's going to hurt from here. So walk that last 10%, okay? All right, so those are your 3 exercises. Streamline lunges, the triangle, and going in a reverse triangle, and then the worm. And Allie's going to monitor you over here, make sure if you have any questions, okay? So that's how it's going to go, and then after we go through those 3 stations, we'll get in the water for our drill session, and I call it the house of pain. Don't let that scare you. It's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt.
Some people from yesterday are in the hospital, but they're supposed to be released today. All right, no, it's not there. All right, does anybody have any questions? Yes. Yeah, and we'll get you from the side during that and from the head on here. So we'll see. What's that question? Are we videotaping just one lap? Yeah, so don't screw it up. Try and get that one done. Yeah.
So when you're doing the tube drill and you rotate, you're keeping your shoulders up. When do you release those shoulders?
Thank you for pointing that out. I forgot to mention that on here. And we talk about this in the video when I see 10 to 20% of people holding their shoulders back too soon. So the shoulders, when you make the catch, you're up against your face there. I've moved my scapulas forward, so my shoulders come up here. And as I progress from the catch through to the diagonal, I'm still shrugged. This is just a shrug. I'm not all like rigid and tense, but I am shrugged forward. And when I get to finishing this diagonal phase of the stroke, right as I'm about to pitch for the finish, that's when my shoulders can peel away. So I call this shoulder stability, stability, and then right here, they move away. There. The finish phase of the stroke. Many people make a catch and then they go like this. Like that, too soon. They think, oh, my arm's in the water, hold the arm back. You don't want to do that. This hand is working resistance right here. You're feeling those lift and drag forces. Your job is to work that and pull your body forward. And if we destabilize the shoulder, then all this resistance couldn't be used for that great, powerful propulsion. Some great question, yeah. All right, any other questions? Okay. Then hop on in we got the whole pool. So warm up. If you're in these lanes, please be careful. Make sure you circle swim or